Warren Buffett's top quotes for success: inspiration and motivation. Successful investing takes time, discipline, and patience. No matter how great the talent or effort, some things just take time. You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. Only by something that you'd be perfectly happy to hold if the market shut down for 10 years. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. You can't make a good deal with a bad person. We simply attempt to be fearful when others are greedy and to be greedy only when others are fearful. Opportunities come infrequently. When it rains gold, put out the bucket, not the thimble. Calling someone who trades actively in the market an investor is like calling someone who repeatedly engages in one-night stands a romantic. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Wall Street makes its money on activity. You make your money on inactivity. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Time is the friend of the wonderful company, the enemy of the mediocre. Whether we're talking about socks or stocks, I like buying quality merchandise when it is marked down. If you aren't willing to own a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. Keep things simple and don't swing for the fences. When promised quick profits, respond with a quick no. Wall Street is the only place that people ride to in a Rolls-Royce to get advice from those who take the subway. Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. Remember that the stock market is a manic depressive. When we own portions of outstanding businesses with outstanding managements, our favorite holding period is forever. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. The business schools reward difficult, complex behavior more than simple behavior, but simple behavior is more effective. Don't get caught up with what other people are doing. Being a contrarian isn't the key, but being a crowd follower isn't either. You need to detach yourself emotionally. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours and you'll drift in that direction. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Don't pass up something that's attractive today because you think you will find something better tomorrow. Widespread fear is your friend as an investor because it serves up bargain purchases. The key to investing is not assessing how much an industry is going to affect society or how much it will grow, but rather determining the competitive advantage of any given company and, above all, the durability of that advantage. Beware the investment activity that produces applause. The great moves are usually greeted by yawns. When trillions of dollars are managed by Wall Streeters charging high fees, it will usually be the managers who reap outsized profits, not the clients. The best chance to deploy capital is when things are going down. Every decade or so, dark clouds will fill the economic skies, and they will briefly rain gold. Buy a stock the way you would buy a house. Understand and like it such that you'd be content to own it in the absence of any market. Just buy something for less than it's worth. What counts for most people in investing is not how much they know, but rather how realistically they define what they don't know. The most important quality for an investor is temperament, not intellect. You need a temperament that neither derives great pleasure from being with the crowd or against the crowd. Investors should remember that excitement and expenses are their enemies. The sillier the market's behavior, the greater the opportunity for the business-like investor. You only have to do a very few things right in your life so long as you don't do too many things wrong. If you get to my age in life and nobody thinks well of you, I don't care how big your bank account is, your life is a disaster. Most people get interested in stocks when everyone else is. The time to get interested is when no one else is. You can't buy what is popular and do well. The best thing that happens to us is when a great company gets into temporary trouble. We want to buy them when they're on the operating table. Speculation is most dangerous when it looks easiest. Cash is to a business as oxygen is to an individual, never thought about when it is present, the only thing in mind when it is absent. I insist on a lot of time being spent, almost every day, to just sit and think. That is very uncommon in American business. I read and think. So I do more reading and thinking, and make less impulse decisions than most people in business. I'll give my children enough money so that they would feel they could do anything, but not so much that they could do nothing. Do not take yearly results too seriously. Instead, focus on 4 or 5-year averages. What we learn from history is that people don't learn from history. If you're in the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the rest of humanity to think about the other 99%. If you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need. As in the case with marriage, business acquisitions often deliver surprise after the I-dos. Never invest in a business you cannot understand. You only learn who has been swimming naked when the tide goes out. Today, people who hold cash equivalents feel comfortable. They shouldn't. They have opted for a terrible long-term asset, one that pays virtually nothing and is certain to depreciate in value. An investor should act as though he had a lifetime decision card with just 20 punches on it. The most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. It is not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. You are neither right nor wrong because the crowd disagrees with you. You are right because your data and reasoning are right. The years ahead will occasionally deliver major market declines, even panics, that will affect virtually all stocks. No one can tell you when these traumas will occur. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. If returns are going to be 7 or 8% and you're paying 1% for fees, that makes an enormous difference in how much money you're going to have in retirement. If you like spending 6 to 8 hours per week working on investments, do it. If you don't, then dollar cost average into index funds. I insist on a lot of time being spent, almost every day, to just sit and think. That is very uncommon in American business. There is nothing wrong with a know-nothing investor who realizes it. The problem is when you are a know-nothing investor but you think you know something. No matter how great the talent or efforts, some things take time. You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. One can best prepare themselves for the economic future by investing in your own education. If you study hard and learn at a young age, you will be in the best circumstances to secure your future.